not very expensive. The assistant who was in the shop said this to the mother. Mrs. David was still out when her husband arrived home. Now, when Mr. David reached to the home, he couldn't find Mrs. David because she was out from the home. Let's move on to the next page, page number 26. Ryan was reading a book. "How's your head?" said his father. "Have you looked at your broken bell?" Now, when Mr. David went to the home, so he saw that Ryan was reading a book, and he asked about his headache, and he also asked that did he see the broken bell of his bicycle? "No," Ryan said, "but my head's better now." Ryan said that he didn't see the bell, but and he answered the question about head, that his head is better now. "I'm just going out," his father said. "There is something I must do." At 10 to 11, the new bell was on Ryan's bicycle, and the old one was in the dustbin. Just then, Ryan's mother came in. What time it was? It was 10 to 11. Then what happened? That Ryan's old bell was in the dustbin, and it was new bell on his bicycle. And then just at this time, Ryan's mother came into the home. At 11 o'clock, the second new bell was on Ryan's bicycle, and the first one was in the dustbin. His mother was just coming in again when Pepita arrived. Now, this happened 2 times. First his father went out and changed his bell, his bicycle bell, and then secondly what happened, that his mother changed his bell. And then Pepita arrived at home, and she asked her mother, "Finished cooking, Mom?" She said. "No," her mother said. "I've just a couple of things to do." Pepita stepped out with the bell. At 10 minutes past 11, the third bell was on Ryan's cycle, and the second one was with the others in the dustbin. Pepita came back. Now, what the father and mother did with the bell of bicycle, same the Pepita did with it. That she threw the second bell into the dustbin, as she thought that it is the broken one, and she threw that into the dustbin, and she put the new one that she brought from the shop. "Hey," said Ryan, "why is everybody running in and out this morning? This house is like a bus station." And Ryan was watching all the situation, and he asked this to everybody. Now, let's move on to page number 27. He looked at the clock. "It's 11:15, and I still haven't looked at the bell. Oh, well, I should better take a look." Now, when it was time 11:15, and Ryan thought that he must look to take a look of his bicycle bell. The top of this bell is not very dirty," he said, taking it off. "Now let me see, perhaps I can push this. Oh no, I've broken that little metal ring. I should better go and buy a new one." That what happened when he went to take a look on the bell, where he just taking it off, and suddenly the metal ring of that bell was broken, and then he thought he should buy the new one. At 11:30, Ryan was back home again with the 5th bell for his cycle. Now what happened, that 4 bells already were there, and the 5th one was brought by the Ryan. "Hello, Ryan," his mother said. "Is your head better?" "Yes, thanks," he said, laughing, "and my bell's working now. Listen." They were all watching him. His mother thought, "I'm glad he likes his new bell." His father thought, "My present was a good idea." And Pepita thought, "He's happy now. He knows the bells are a present for me, but he doesn't want to talk about it. Boys are like that." Now, Did you see that how the five bells came into a home with that, because they all of them kept it secret from each other that they are doing something for Rayan, and Rayan himself did the same, that he didn't find out that his bell has changed and he bought the new one. So this was an interesting story, and in fact at the end, in fact, they didn't know anybody didn't know that they that the bell has changed or something happened like this, and the new bells are there. So this was very interesting story, and here is Islamic integration for the lesson 5 bells. Hadith Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam about giving gifts is: give presents to one another, for this would increase your mutual love. It means that when you give gifts to your to others, so it increase the mutual love. It means it will increase the value for you in others' heart, and you will also your love will increase for them, and in their heart your love and your value will be increased. So always try to give the little presents on occasions or some any special day to each other, even in your family or friends or whatever, or any other. So it will help you to strong your relationship with them. So this was the Islamic integration and lesson for today. I hope that you all have learned a good lesson from this story. Now read all the whole lesson by yourself. I am ending here. Take care of yourselves. Allah Hafiz.